Education is changing. From classrooms to living rooms, digital learning platforms are transforming the way we study, teach, and grow. But this isn't just about technology. It's about breaking down walls that have kept quality education out of reach for millions. Picture Maria, a brilliant student in rural Guatemala. Her village school has outdated textbooks and no science lab. Yet with just her smartphone and an internet connection, she's now taking advanced chemistry courses from MIT professors, watching photorealistic lecture clips, pausing to run virtual experiments, and saving notes that sync across devices. Or consider Ahmed in Bangladesh, who dreams of becoming a software engineer but lives hundreds of miles from any university. Through digital platforms, he's learning coding from Silicon Valley experts, joining live study groups, and iterating on mobile apps that could change life in his community. Imagine too Layla, a refugee child in Jordan who finds structure and hope in online literacy programs tailored to her language level. These are real lives reshaped by access. Traditional barriers of distance, time, and cost are crumbling. A student in rural Kenya can access the same Harvard lectures as someone in Boston. A working mother in India can earn her MBA during her lunch breaks. A teenager in rural Montana can learn Mandarin from native speakers in Beijing. With just an internet connection, students anywhere in the world can access top-quality education. Digital platforms break barriers of distance, time, and even cost. And they do it with beautifully produced, photorealistic content that keeps learners engaged and connected. But how exactly are these platforms changing everything? It's not just convenience or novelty. It's the combination of scale, personalization, and design that lets learners of every background build real skills, earn recognized credentials, and imagine futures they might never have thought possible. The revolution is visual, emotional, and practical. And it's only getting started. First, they're democratizing access to world-class instructors. The best professors and industry experts can now teach millions simultaneously, using high-quality, photorealistic video, interactive Q&A sessions, and global cohorts. A single course can reach students across 6 continents, sharing knowledge that was once limited to elite institutions. Second, they're personalizing learning like never before. AI-powered platforms analyze how you learn, your pace, mistakes, reading speed, even the time of day you study, and tailor content accordingly. If you struggle with calculus, the system serves targeted mini-lessons and extra practice problems. If you excel at languages, it accelerates your progression and introduces advanced conversation partners. These systems also recommend projects and peer groups that match your goals, creating a customized educational path that feels human and smart. Third, they're making education affordable and flexible. Traditional university costs have skyrocketed, but digital platforms offer high-quality courses, micro-credentials, and professional certificates at a fraction of the price, sometimes free. Employers increasingly accept these credentials as proof of capability, and stackable certificates can lead to degrees or direct job placements. This isn't just changing individual lives, it's reshaping entire economies. Look at Africa, where mobile-first learning platforms are reaching students who never had access to quality education. In 5 years, over 10 million learners enrolled in digital courses, studying everything from basic literacy to advanced engineering. In Southeast Asia, platforms bridge the skills gap. Factory workers learn data analysis during commutes. Small business owners master digital marketing in evening classes, and farmers adopt climate-smart techniques that boost yields by up to 30%. The platforms also foster communities, peer feedback, mentorship networks, and localized study hubs that keep learners motivated. And with continuous updates, curricula evolve with industry needs, meaning learners gain relevant, job-ready skills faster than ever before. The flexibility is revolutionary. Traditional education demands you be in a specific place at a specific time. Digital platforms let you learn anywhere, anytime, attending lectures while commuting, completing assignments during lunch, or joining live discussions from your living room. Education finally fits into life, not the other way around. But it's not just about convenience. These platforms create global classrooms where students from different cultures collaborate on projects, exchange perspectives, and build international networks. A business student in Nigeria might team up with classmates from Brazil, South Korea, and Germany to solve a real-world sustainability challenge, presenting a pitch to industry mentors across time zones. Quality is exceptional too. Top universities and companies invest heavily in interactive simulations, virtual labs, and immersive experiences that often match or surpass traditional classroom learning. Medical students perform virtual surgeries with haptic feedback. History students walk through photorealistic reconstructions of ancient Rome. Engineering students design and stress test structures in cloud-based simulators. These tools let learners practice safely, iterate quickly, and learn from detailed analytics. Success stories are everywhere. Sarah, a single mother from Detroit, earned her computer science degree online while working full-time. She's now a software developer at a Fortune 500 company. Carlos, a farmer's son from rural Mexico, completed an online business program and launched a sustainable agriculture startup employing 50 people. In Kenya, a community of learners used online courses to build a solar microgrid cooperative that now powers a village clinic. Millions of students worldwide are transforming their lives and communities through digital learning. Beyond individual gains, the ripple effects change societies. Higher employment rates, new local businesses, and stronger civic engagement as people apply new skills to real problems. The classroom expands to the world, and the world becomes a classroom. They're becoming doctors, engineers, teachers, and entrepreneurs. They're starting businesses, solving community problems, and lifting their families out of poverty. The corporate world is taking notice. Major companies now recognize online degrees and certifications from reputable platforms, and some prefer candidates with digital learning experience because it signals self-motivation, tech savviness, and adaptability, qualities essential in a fast-changing economy. Educational institutions are evolving. Traditional universities partner with digital platforms, creating hybrid models that blend online coursework with in-person labs, internships, or community projects, giving students the best of both worlds. Even primary schools use curated platforms to supplement classroom instruction, offering adaptive reading programs and interactive science modules. Technology keeps improving. Virtual and augmented reality create immersive, photorealistic learning experiences that place students inside complex scenarios. AI provides instant feedback, adaptive tutoring, and data-driven pathways. Blockchain secures credentials, making certificates instantly verifiable worldwide. As these technologies mature, they create richer, more equitable learning experiences that scale. Perhaps the most powerful aspect is community. Digital platforms connect learners worldwide, forming support networks that transcend borders. Students mentor one another, share resources, and celebrate achievements together. As more people gain access to quality education, entire communities benefit through better health outcomes, local entrepreneurship, and civic innovation. The future of education is collaborative, continuous, and global. If you're a student, educator, or curious viewer, now is the moment to join the movement. Explore a course, connect with a learning community, and share what you learn. Subscribe for more stories and practical guides on digital learning. and help spread access to the education revolution.
In a world divided, imagine a force that could unite us all. Welcome to Peaceism, where education transforms lives and builds a sustainable future. At World Peace Development Holdings Limited, we're revolutionizing learning through digital platforms that know no borders. Our peace curricula foster understanding, empathy, and the skills to resolve conflicts peacefully. With lifelong upskilling, we ensure everyone can thrive in our rapidly changing world. Through blockchain technology, we're creating true financial inclusion, turning challenges into opportunities for all. This is the power of Peaceism, building bridges to a harmonious future across 7 essential pillars of human need. Join us at the World Peace Education Transformation Expo and Conference. Together we can transform education and build a world of lasting peace. Register now for September 26, 2026. Be part of the change. Be part of Peaceism.
Welcome to today's session on digital learning platforms, the future of education. In the next hour, we'll explore how digital platforms are reshaping learning for students, educators, and professionals across the world. From online classrooms to AI-powered learning assistants, we'll dive deep into the tools, challenges, and opportunities that define the future of education. Traditional education, classroom-based, limited resources. Early e-learning, CDROMS, Moodle, Blackboard. Current revolution, cloud, mobile, AI, gamification, VR/AR. Definition, software systems that deliver education digitally. Categories, learning management systems, LMS, Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard, Moosies, Coursera, edX, Udemy. Corporate training platforms, LinkedIn Learning, Skillshare. AI-driven adaptive learning, Duolingo, Khan Academy. Key features, content delivery, assessments, progress tracking, collaboration tools. Accessibility, anytime, anywhere. Personalized learning pathways. Cost-effective scalability. Gamification and engagement. Real-time analytics for educators. Digital divide. Not everyone has access to devices/internet. Screen fatigue and reduced attention span. Quality control. Too many platforms, varying standards. Teacher training gaps. AI tutors and adaptive assessments. VR/AR classrooms. Blockchain for certification and credentials. Hybrid learning. Blending digital plus physical. How educators can start using platforms step by step. Choosing the right platform for your needs. Tips for learners. Setting goals, avoiding distractions, tracking progress. Recap key takeaways. Call to action. Start exploring platforms today. Your future classroom is already in your hands. Encourage audience to share thoughts/questions. Technology is advancing faster than ever. Jobs are evolving. Industries are transforming. And knowledge has a shorter shelf life than ever before. In this session, we'll explore how lifelong upskilling initiatives are redefining careers, empowering workers, and ensuring no one gets left behind in the future economy. Definition of lifelong upskilling: continuous skill development across one's career. Drivers: automation, AI, globalization, shifting industries. Stats: by 2030, 1 billion people need reskilling, WEF. Visuals, charts showing automation impact on jobs. Government initiatives, national skill missions, apprenticeship programs, corporate initiatives, internal training, learning allowances, digital academies. Community/education initiatives, MOOCs, vocational schools, micro-credentials, individual-driven, self-paced online learning, certifications. Visuals, examples, Singapore Skills Future, Google Career Certificates, LinkedIn Learning. For individuals, career growth, employability, adaptability. For companies, higher productivity, talent retention, innovation. For society, reduced unemployment, inclusive growth, resilience in crises. Case study: a mid-career worker who reskilled into tech. Engagement prompt: what's the last skill you learned outside formal education? Cost of training, time constraints for working adults, lack of awareness of opportunities, digital divide, skills mismatch, learning irrelevant skills. Visuals, split screen, motivated learners versus those left behind. Poll. What's your biggest obstacle to continuous learning? Time, money, access, motivation. Micro-credentials and stackable learning. AI-driven personalized upskilling. VR/AR immersive training. Employer education partnerships. Gig economy and freelance upskilling needs. Assess your skills and gaps. Self-audit. Choose in-demand future skills. Digital, green, soft skills. Leverage platforms. Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, government programs. Create a learning plan, weekly/monthly. Apply what you learn at work or side projects. Lifelong upskilling is not just about career survival. It's about personal growth, resilience, and building a future where everyone can thrive. The journey starts with one step. Choose one new skill today and commit to it. Engagement prompt. Invite viewers.
Imagine a young girl named Anjali, living in a small, remote village, miles away from the nearest city. Her local school is a single room with one teacher and a handful of worn-out textbooks for all the grades combined. She is bright and full of questions, especially about the stars she sees so clearly in the night sky. She dreams of becoming an astronomer, but the resources to feed her curiosity aren't there. Her world feels limited by the village's physical boundaries. The path to her dream seems impossibly steep and distant. One day, a community center receives a donation, few low-cost tablets with satellite internet. Anjali, hesitant at first, touches the screen and is guided to a digital learning platform. With a few taps, she watches a video on the life cycle of a star, colorful nebulae, explosive supernovas. Suddenly, the universe feels dynamic, understandable, breathtakingly beautiful. Concepts once locked in expensive books and university lecture halls are now at her fingertips, explained in a way she can grasp. The tablet becomes her telescope, her library, her personal tutor. She pauses, rewinds to hear a complex idea again, then takes a short quiz to check understanding. She connects with other learners in an online forum, asking questions, sharing discoveries. Her dream no longer feels impossible. So, what exactly are these next-generation digital learning platforms? Think of them not just as websites with videos, but as entire educational ecosystems. They are online environments designed from the ground up to support learning in a structured, interactive, and personalized way. Structured, interactive, personalized. Unlike a simple PDF or a recorded lecture, these platforms are dynamic, built to engage you, track your progress, and adapt to your needs. They are like a school, a library, a tutor, and a study group, all accessible through a screen, anytime and anywhere you have an internet connection. At their core, they move beyond one-size-fits-all education. In a typical class, a teacher teaches to the middle. Some are bored, others struggle. Digital platforms change this dynamic. They create a personal learning journey, understanding what you know and what you find hard. They deliver the right content at the right time, ensuring solid foundations, built on mastery learning. Practice until mastery, with endless problems, immediate feedback, and hints to prevent Swiss cheese learning. To make this more concrete, let's look at some platforms and how they work in the real world. One of the most well-known is Khan Academy, a non-profit aiming to provide a free, world-class education for anyone, anywhere. Khan Academy on the left, Coursera on the right. Khan offers thousands of videos, from basic arithmetic to art history to organic chemistry, and more than videos alone. Watch a lesson, jump into practice exercises, get instant feedback or step-by-step hints, creating a supportive learning loop. Coursera partners with top universities and companies to bring university-level courses to a global audience. Take machine learning from a Stanford professor, or positive psychology from a leading expert at Penn. These are comprehensive courses, video lectures, graded assignments, peer-reviewed projects, and community discussion forums. Often for free or a small fee, you can earn professional certificates that boost your career. Some platforms make learning feel like a game. Duolingo turns language learning into a fun, addictive experience. Earn points, race against the clock, level up as you master new skills, get reminders, and celebrate streaks to keep momentum. Quizlet enables shared flashcards, practice tests, and games. Kahoot turns class into a live quiz show with music, leaderboards, and excitement. These tools don't replace the teacher. They give powerful ways to engage students and check understanding in real time. For centuries, education was standardized, like offering everyone a size 9 shoe. We put 30 different learners in a room and teach the same thing at the same pace. Great for some, ill-fitting for many. Digital platforms are custom shoemakers for the mind. As students watch, answer, and attempt, the system learns what they grasp and where they struggle. Data for support, not surveillance. It recommends the next best step. Backfill foundations when needed, accelerate when ready. This adaptability fosters deeper, more resilient learning at your own pace. Different learning styles? A well-designed platform offers multiple formats. Watch, read, and simulate. Choose what works best. The material adapts to the student, not the other way around. The shift is from passive to active, toward resilient, curious, self-motivated learners. Not just for tests, it's learning how to learn for life. A key element of digital learning is immediate, constant feedback. In traditional settings, feedback arrives late, often disconnected from the learning moment. Digital platforms shrink that loop. Answer now, see results now. Right answers build confidence. Wrong answers prompt hints, reviews, and solutions, like a tutor at your side. Dashboards show real-time progress, what's mastered, what's in progress, how time is spent. Seeing progress makes learning tangible and rewarding. Teachers gain visibility, identify class-wide gaps in seconds, and intervene precisely. Instead of reteaching everything, they pull small groups or tailor next lessons to the specific skill. Data turns teachers into expert coaches, more efficient, more human. The result, better outcomes and empowered learners. The promise is immense, but the journey has hurdles, starting with access. A world-class platform is useless without reliable devices and stable internet. The digital divide exists between and within countries. Remote learning exposed painful inequities. This cannot be our foundation. Solutions require governments, nonprofits, and companies, an effort like universal electrification. Treat internet as a basic utility, invest in broadband, provide low-cost devices, and free, reliable public connectivity. Beyond hardware, build digital literacy for students, professional development for teachers, and guidance for parents. Teach critical navigation of the online world, discern truth, and protect privacy. A truly digital education system invests in people as much as in technology. Equity is a choice, and a shared responsibility. Even with access, concerns remain, chiefly screen time. We must promote active engagement, not passive consumption. Not all screen time is equal. Quality, interactivity, and creativity matter. Aim for balance. Curate high-quality digital experiences within a healthy routine. Learning is social. Debate, collaborate, and share perspectives. Too much online risks isolation. The solution is blended learning. Master core concepts at your own pace, then apply them together in class. Use tech to free class time for the uniquely human aspects of learning. In our excitement about technology, never lose sight of the most important element, the teacher. Platforms can automate lectures and grading, but only teachers inspire, mentor, and connect on a human level. With tech handling direct instruction, teachers become guides on the side, unlocking creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. We stand at a remarkable moment, building a world where anyone, anywhere, can learn anything. Barriers of geography and wealth are crumbling, but we must close divides and design for active engagement. Think of Anjali, The platform didn't give her the dream. It gave her a path, tools, confidence, and a community. The promise is not one path for all, but infinite paths so everyone can find their way. The future of learning is freedom. Freedom to ask, explore, and become. Let's build that future together.
Have you ever felt that little whisper inside? That quiet voice telling you there is more to see, more to do, more to become. That, my friends, is the sound of your own potential calling out to you. It's a beautiful, powerful invitation to a lifelong journey of learning. Life isn't about arriving at some final destination where you know everything. Oh no. It is about the unfolding. It is about the continuous process of becoming more of who you were always meant to be. Every single day offers us a brand new page. What we choose to write on that page. Let me tell you about Sarah. For 20 years, Sarah was an amazing administrative assistant. She was the backbone of her office, the one everyone relied on. But as technology changed, she felt a sense of unease. The world was moving forward, and she worried she was being left behind. One day, her company offered a free online course in digital marketing. At 48, the thought was terrifying. She hadn't been in a classroom in decades. But that little whisper inside her said, "Just try." So she did. Late at night after her kids were asleep, she would learn about social media strategy, about SEO, a world that was once just noise to her. It was a true spark. Then there is the story of Marcus, a mechanic who worked with his hands his entire life. He loved the satisfaction of making things work, but years of physical labor took a toll. At 55, his doctor said he needed a less strenuous path. He was devastated. His identity was tied to his job. A friend suggested a course in small business management. Him, a businessman? But the idea took root. He knew cars inside and out. Now he would learn the business side. Consider Maria, a stay-at-home mother of 2 decades. Even those at the pinnacle of success understand the power of never stopping. They keep learning. Look at the incredible Vera Wang, the queen of bridal gowns. She didn't begin designing professionally until she was 40. Before that, she skated, then spent 15 years as a senior fashion editor. Denied editor-in-chief, she chose redirection. She learned the business and the craft, and built an empire from scratch. Colonel Sanders found KFC in his 60s after decades of varied jobs. He faced more than 1,000 no's, and didn't quit. He kept learning, refining his recipe, his pitch, franchising, marketing, perseverance deep into later years. His lesson: your greatest success may be beyond a lifetime of experience. John Travolta embraced new roles and directors, then pursued aviation for himself, becoming licensed to fly multiple jets. From Jeff Bezos learning logistics, technology, and customers, to Julia Child enrolling in Paris at 37, the lesson is the same. The most successful people are the most curious people, restless learners who keep discovering new worlds, mastering new skills, awakening new parts of themselves. We are living in a time of breathtaking change, faster than any point in human history. The phone in your pocket has more power than what sent astronauts to the moon. Industries transform overnight. Jobs disappear. New ones emerge we can't yet imagine. In a world that updates itself, we have to update ourselves. Stagnation is no longer an option. Staying still means falling behind, not just at work, but in life. This is not fear. It's fuel. Your life doesn't have to be a straight line. You can pivot, reinvent, add new tools to your toolkit anytime. Upskilling is your personal adaptation strategy. An accountant learns data analytics. A teacher masters new software. A retail worker learns e-commerce management. They don't just survive, they thrive. Learning creates new pathways. Exercise for your mind, connecting you to the world. Every great journey begins with a single, simple step. For Sarah, it was clicking enroll on that course. Her heart pounded. Doubts flooded. What if I can't keep up? What if I'm the only one who doesn't get it? The desire to grow edged out the fear. 1 hour, 3 nights a week. She didn't try to be an expert overnight. She showed up. For Marcus, the first step was humbling. He felt out of place, almost turning back. He thought about his future. He enrolled in a single intro class. One class opened a door he never saw before. Maria's first step was a phone call to a culinary school. The call led to a tour, then an application. Small steps stacking into momentum. The path of learning is not a straight line. It twists and climbs, The biggest mountains are in our minds. Sarah felt imposter syndrome. Everyone seemed fluent but her. Her breakthrough came by asking a stupid question. She realized everyone starts as a beginner, brave enough to be a beginner. Marcus wrestled with identity. He reframed business concepts to the world he knew. Inventory means the right plugs in stock. Customer service means people feel cared for. Maria battled time and energy. She set boundaries and asked for help. Her family joined the journey. Pursuing a dream doesn't mean doing it alone. There will be bad days and stumbles. Victory is choosing to rise again. When you stay the course, the harvest is beautiful. For Sarah, the rewards were professional and personal. Certification gave her security and sparked a passion. Her initiative was noticed. She became communications and digital outreach coordinator, with a raise and a title. Best of all, confidence. Marcus finished his courses empowered. He launched Marcus's Auto Care. Still with cars, now the boss and a mentor. His body rested, his mind engaged. Maria sold at the market. Demand soared. Her bakery thrived, purpose found. Beyond money, community, joy, and pride. Upskilling invests in happiness, confidence, and legacy. Feel the spark, hear the whisper. You're ready. Where do you begin? Get quiet. Follow curiosity. Don't judge, just list. Piano, investing, Spanish, coding. Start where you light up. We live in a golden age of learning. Start free. Sample before you commit. Make it specific. Break it down to the first tiny step. Buy one thing. Watch one lesson. Schedule it. Protect the time. Find community. Share struggles. Celebrate small wins. Be consistent and kind to yourself. In the end, life is the continuous, glorious, sometimes messy journey of becoming. It's not about who you were yesterday. It's about who you choose to become today. Lifelong learning is your most powerful tool. It's your secret weapon against stagnation, your antidote to fear, your pathway to purpose and joy. We've seen this choice in Sarah, Marcus, Maria, and in icons from Vera Wang to Colonel Sanders. They picked up the pen and began a new chapter. They embraced being beginners and earned the pride of mastery. Reinvention is not a miracle. It is a choice available to all of us. Settle this truth in your spirit. It is never too late to learn, to change careers, to pick up a passion, to reinvent your life. Your experience is a foundation. Your wisdom is a superpower. All you need is curiosity and the courage for the first small step. So, what is the whisper saying? What adventure calls your name? Listen. Honor it. Take one small step today. The greatest adventure is your own becoming. All you can do and be. Maria grew up in a small village nestled between mountains. Her world was often filled with the sounds of anger. Neighbors argued over land. Families feuded over old wounds. She saw fists fly more often than she saw hands shake in friendship. Violence was a language everyone seemed to understand. It was the air she breathed, the normal way of life she knew. Maria believed this was just how the world worked. Then, something new came to her village. A small school opened a special class. It was a class about peace. At first Maria was skeptical. How could you teach peace? It sounded like a fairy tale, something that was not real. But she was curious, so she joined. In that simple classroom she learned to listen. She learned to truly hear what someone else was feeling. She learned to talk about her own feelings without shouting. Powerful new words: empathy, compassion, and reconciliation. For the first time she had tools, not for fighting, but for understanding. One afternoon, two friends started arguing over a toy. Before, she might have watched or joined in. This time she remembered. She asked them to breathe. This small act was just the beginning. Maria took her lessons home. She talked to her parents about listening, understanding before judging. Her family was surprised. They saw a change in her. Her gentle persistence softened hard edges. Arguments became less frequent. The air began to feel lighter. The girl who once believed violence was the only answer became a peacemaker. Her story is a reminder. In harshest soils, a single seed of peace education can bloom, changing a whole community. Peace education sounds big, but it is beautifully simple. It teaches skills, attitudes, and values to live in harmony with ourselves, with others, and with the natural world. It is not only about wars between countries. It is about the conflicts in our neighborhoods, schools, and families. Goals are clear. Understand root causes of violence, build nonviolent conflict resolution skills, and cultivate respect, empathy, and shared action. Across our world, peace classrooms are lifelines, places to learn trust again. In Colombia, children from families once on opposing sides learn together. history, forgiveness, unity. These rooms become safe, where the social fabric is rewoven, one student at a time. In the Middle East, programs bring together Jewish and Arab students. For many, it is a first real conversation with the other side. Holidays, traditions, and fears on the table. Politics remain, but human connection becomes stronger than prejudice. In Rwanda and Sierra Leone, peace education helps heal deep wounds, reconciliation, justice, memory. Students face hard history so it cannot repeat. They learn forgiveness and community justice. Painful steps toward dignity. Beyond conflict zones, programs tackle bullying, racism, and inequality. Emotional intelligence and mindfulness help kids manage anger and stand up for others. Closing. Hope in action. Young people building peace right where they live. Peace is needed everywhere, especially here, at home. The true power of peace education is heard in lived stories. Meet Ahmed.
Before my heart was full of anger, I lost my home and blamed everyone. I learned to speak my pain instead of letting it turn to hate. Now I help young people. We organize sports, we talk, we build community.
Pain into purpose, dignity restored.
I was skeptical. Fights over caste plagued our school. I created a peace corner and introduced circle time so every child could be heard. Change was slow, but real. The fighting stopped. Friendships grew.
My son was bullied and grew aggressive at home. We learned to listen and set loving boundaries. Our home is peaceful now.
One of the most beautiful things peace education does is build bridges. Between people taught to see enemies, it replaces walls with pathways. We build many walls: race, religion, nation, fear. Peace education gives courage to take them down, brick by brick. Bridge building looks practical. Shared camps, shared play, shared meals, shared songs. Labels fade, stereotypes dissolve, friendships endure pressure. It also links generations. Young people bring lessons home to parents and elders. Shared action creates trust, a ripple that transforms norms from the ground up. We remember our shared humanity, safety, love, dignity. Peace education helps us find our way back when anger pulls us apart. It is the work of building a world where everyone belongs. Transformation begins with a safe space where respect is the first rule. For many, it is the first time they feel truly heard. Safety softens the armor around our hearts. Then we learn to listen. Words, body language, emotion beneath. These skills can transform marriages, negotiations, even treaties. Peace education shows there is often more than one truth. We move from judgment to curiosity. Why do you see it that way? Help me understand. Then we act together. Peace is built by doing. Shared goals forge new bonds of trust and solidarity. A new story replaces the old one of division. We become defined not by conflict, but by connection. Peace never stays in one room, it ripples outward. Change radiates from one life to many. It starts with a student, skills learned, fear lowered, possibility rising. Next ripple, home. Listening replaces shouting. Love sets boundaries. Then community. Mediation instead of revenge. Dialogue across difference. People work together on problems. Poverty, opportunity. Ripples expand. Community to nation to world. A peace-trained generation leads differently. This is how a single classroom changes the world, and keeps changing it, forever. Today it is easy to feel overwhelmed. Division, conflict, pain. The noise can make us retreat, but we cannot give in to despair. We share responsibility to be light in darkness. Peace is not someone else's job. Not only diplomats or activists. Peace is our daily work. Cultivate inner peace. Notice anger, judgments, fears, and choose compassion. Equip our children. Conflict resolution without violence is a vital tool. Support peace education. It is an investment in their future and humanities. The evidence is clear. Cycles can be broken. Empathy is stronger than hate. We stand at a moment of choice. Will we be unchanged or answer the call? Join the global movement for peace. Our future is something we create. Every thought, every word, every action matters. Support peace education, locally and globally. Organizations need our help. Give if you can. Use your voice. Ask schools about SEL and conflict resolution. Share what you learned. Make peace a community priority. Be the peace. Listen more than you speak. Speak up against injustice. Lead with curiosity. Practice empathy daily. Remember Maria and Ahmed. Their stories show what is possible. May every child grow free from violence, every community strong and connected.
Dawn of time, we have shared a common ancestry, Adam and Eve. This shared bond is the foundation of our humanity, reminding us that beneath our differences we are one family. In a world that often seems divided, peaceism emerges as a beacon of hope. We believe in the power of unity, in the strength of coming together to build a future where peace is not just a dream, but a reality. Our mission is simple yet profound, to foster understanding, compassion, and cooperation among all people. Through education, dialogue, and community initiatives, we strive to break down the barriers that separate us and to create a world where every individual feels valued and heard. Join us on this journey. Stand with peaceism and be part of a movement that transcends borders and beliefs. Together, we can turn the page of history to a chapter filled with love, respect, and enduring peace. Because at the end of the day, we are all descendants of Adam and Eve. Let's honor that legacy by building a peaceful future for all.